Hello everyone and welcome to the Maven Dojo. If you're any part of FGC Twitter, and you know that a lot of people like to downplay their characters, especially the Asuka and Zafina players, they love saying that their character is unplayable now and completely nerfed, and the Dragunov and the Eugene players keep saying that you should just learn the matchup. But instead of downplaying my character, I'm gonna upplay Raven. I'm gonna tell you why you should be playing this character right now, if you have any interest. So obviously, I'm not even gonna talk about visuals. That's very, you know, from very personal. That depends from person to person, right? But I'm just gonna be talking about gameplay. Raven is known to be an unorthodox character, or that he's very weird or very different than everybody. But you can actually play a very solid, very regular, very basic Tekken game with him. He's got a 13 frame mid with down back 2. He's got, quick low poke, that's 0 with down 3. Very similar to like King. He's also got down 4, which is a high crushing low. And he also got down forward 1, that even though it's 14 frames and -2 on block, he has some tracking, and I'm gonna talk more about that move because that's actually one of his cheapest moves that nobody talks about. And besides that, he also has the tricky part. He can do like stuff like this into teleports, and he also can do like stuff like this. He can whiff a move and then just wait. And if you try to like whiff punish, he can hold down back into wall standing 1. He just be back turned over here, try to do something. He holds down back, creates a little bit more space, makes your move whiff, and then punishes with wall standing 1. But what Raven actually excels at, in my opinion, compared to his previous iterations, is that he can go stance to stance to stance and make a lot of mix-ups. Instead of trying to mix you up and get a launcher, he can go mix up into mix up into mix up into mix up. For example, his 4-2, his 12 frame punish, right? Leaves him into back turn. And then and then the opponent goes, hey, he's gonna do a low, I'm gonna block low. 4 is a hit engager. Hit engager, you already know. That's gonna be a mix up. Running 3. Now +4, it's back turned again. Now they stand up. Now they stand up, right? They stand blocking. Running 3, they stand blocking. Boom, boom. Let me do it again. And then he can go into Soul Zone. Then that's another mix-up. So he can really just be like confusing. And then after you open your opponent up with like those crazy mix-ups and they're scared to pressing, you can actually transition from stance to stance. So for example, Soul Zone, you can hold down to teleport to full crouch. Or in Soul Zone, you can press back, teleporting to back turned. So you can do like some crazy stuff like that. And just really like confuse your opponent with it. And this summation down back, this summation 4-2, he actually has pretty good punishment. You think that a mix-up heavy character would have weak punishment? He doesn't. So at 10 frames, he's got 2-4 for 25 damage, and he goes into his crouch dash. You can hold back to not go into the crouch dash too. But you can go into crouch dash. He also, and then for 12 frames, average shield for 1 that actually got buffed in Tekken 8 because you cannot duck the second hit anymore. So it's virtually safe. At -3, you can just turn around and block whatever they throw at you. Then at 13 frames, he got down back 2-1 or 26 damage, and he can go into Soul Zone to mix up from there. Then at 14 frames, 1+2, hit engager. Again, hit engager, obviously gonna get a mix up. And then he does lack a 15 frame launcher because his down forward 2 is 16. Sure, that's a weakness, but he got this string right here that does what? 31 plus 17, so 48 damage on the down forward 4-4-3, and that's all guaranteed. So even if you punish, if they throw a Rage Heart and you block it, most of the time this is gonna kill anyway. And then, sure, the down forward 2 being 16 frames is weak, but that compensates because he has a very good wall standing punishment. You know, wall standing 4, wall standing 2, which is one of his best moves because it's a counter hit launcher, and his wall standing 1 is actually 14 frames. So he can actually, if he blocks a Jin down 2, which is a very strong move, Raven can actually punish a Jin down 2 or Fangs down back 3. So he has very good wall standing punishment. Okay, that's the most, you know, comparing him to other characters, but now let's talk about the actual cheap stuff. First of all, I'm gonna record Jin. Jin is gonna do a jab and try to sidewalk. His down forward 1 is fully tracking to both sides. He's got a fully tracking down forward 1. That is cheap. That I don't feel like it should be in the game. Like, I think that's gotta go. But hey, while they don't get rid of it, abuse it, right? You know, if you really read the sidestep and you wanna take the risk, you know, big 38 damage knockdown. You know, crazy. That, and he also got 2 safe, technically safe lows. Because if I put Jin to block everything right now, that low right there, that's -9. So that's theoretically safe. But the thing is, if I put Jin to punish right here, with his 11 frame move, I can't block that. Even if I try to do the low and then just turn around from back turn, I'm gonna get hit. But what you can do is you can parry. So people just try to punish that. You can it's just pretty much a parry bait, and that counts for full crouch down forward 3 and back turn forward 4. You can do the same thing. So basically, again, 2 safe lows. His fighting stance is actually a little bit weird because his leg is so much forward compared to his body. So he can actually evade stuff that other characters can't. For example, so it's very common for arena players to do this. Right, so her Hell Sweep into Heaven's Wrath 2. But Raven, oh my god, I messed up. He can just backdash that. While most characters, they have to sidestep or risk getting hit by other things, he can just backdash because of his stance, of how far back his torso is. All I'm doing is one backdash. That's it. That's it. Okay, let's keep talking about the cheap stuff, right? Raven also has a crouch dash. That crouch dash that you can do, it evades highs all the time. So, you know, these Mishima players, they love to spam electrics, right? So you can pretty much safely approach with the crouch dash because you're evading highs. And then from crouch dash, from crouch, you got some really strong moves. Like I mentioned before, he got wall standing 1, right? That's a normal hit launcher, but he got wall standing 2, which is a godlike 13 frame counter hit launcher. No, easy 78 damage, right? Good combo damage as well. And then he got, from the crouch dash, a full crouch 3+4, forward 3+4, right? Quicksand. And that goes into your soul zone stance. So you can always, so as soon as you hit this low, they're in a mix. You can go low, or you can go mid for a hit engager. A safe mid hit engager, I should say. And then in heat, he gets even more cheap. All his clones that were -13, -14, now they're -3. So boom, boom. -3, -3. So you know how I was saying before that he's got his crouch dash mix up, right? When he's in heat, he actually gets a normal hit because he's got wall standing 3-2, which is usually -14, right? But heat makes it -3. So during heat, that's a normal hit launcher. Don't even need a counter hit. You can just do or whatever the combo is, right? So you get a normal hit launcher from crouch during heat. His heat not only makes his clones all -3, but also he recovers heat timer when he heats moves with clones. So if you watch out. So what happened is he's a character that can recover heat by doing combos. Even using it in combos, he's gonna be recovering heat. Another thing from heat is the Soul Zone 2. If I put on random block right here, this move, Soul Zone 2, the clones only come out. The clones only come out on hit. So what you can do is, if you see the clone comes out, you can press forward and hit a hit dash. So that's basically a hit conformable safe mid launcher while you're in heat. Because if you hit the no clones, press up. No, something simple like that. Okay, and obviously he has one of the top 3, in my opinion. Well, one of the top 3 hit smashes. Hellfire. It's basically, if you play Tekken 7, Noctis forward too, but it does 60 fucking damage. 55 damage. Now, this is extra cheap if you're in a stage that has a wall break. Because, you know, you're here, put them on the wall, they do anything, you just... So if he goes in here, if he goes into the stratosphere or anywhere that has a floor break, his full crouch sweep becomes a fucking launcher. So basically now you got a launching hell sweep. And not only that, he also has a one throw that would also become a launcher. So yeah, this is why Raven got some really cheap stuff in this game, and that's why you should give him a shot. So this video was a little bit less scripted. I was kind of just talking and showing you stuff. So let me know in the comments if you guys like this kind of content, or should I just go back and make my highly edited stuff. And I'll see you guys on the next video.